Why?
So the ladies of The View still trying to unpack Donald Trump's historic win with this bizarre explanation. Watch.
I do think that in this post-mortem that needs to happen with Democrats, they need to think about why wasn't she given more lead time? Why didn't Biden give her 6 months or a year to run?
What about a post-mortem on the Republican Party?
I was just about to finish that swept, though. Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border.
It's
the border
misogyny.
crisis is on their doorstep. And they were begging people to care about it for years. We need to take some lessons.
That's what that was.
But while Sunny Hostin blamed Latino misogyny, some critics blame Hostin herself for asking Kamala Harris this question last month.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
I can't get enough of this. Let's bring in Fox and Friends weekend co-host Pete Hanks says Rachel Campos definitely will. Look, guys, I'm sorry. I'm still on my Joy Fest right now. What do you think Rachel Campos definitely about Sunny Hostin's viewpoint? It's the misogyny.
Yeah, it's the misogyny, not the border. It's the patriarchy, not the price of eggs. It's transphobia, not girls, having men in sports. It's racism, not endless wars. I mean, this is what they do, right? Look, anybody who actually knows Latinos was not surprised. Real Latinos is not surprised by what happened on Tuesday. But Sunny, even though she's Latina, she's in a bubble. She's in a Manhattan, wealthy, elite bubble. She's not coming in contact with regular Hispanic Americans. I'm going to give you 3 numbers that I think explain everything from this last election. And they're about Kamala Harris. We hear a lot about how Kamala didn't outperform Biden, but she did in a couple categories. People making over $100,000. She beat Joe Biden. He won by 5 points. She won by 8. Post-grads, she won them by 24 points. But get this number. She won people who say they have no religion by 40 points. She is her and her campaign, totally out of step with hardworking, working class, faith-filled Hispanics. That says it all. Suffice it to say, guys, How Great Thou Art was never sung in the Kamala campaign headquarters.
So Will, later on in the show, when Alisa Fair is going back at it with Sunny Hostin, she says, have you talked about the Trump people? And she says, we won. Well, the Republicans won. So I don't think they understand how this works. When you lose, there needs to be self-evaluation. You don't get to ask the winners to self-evaluate while they're celebrating.
Right. And she's talking about,
Good point.
Should there be a post-mortem? So what about Republicans do post-mortem? Well, if you cut open Republicans, guess what you see? If you cut open the Republican Party right now and do an autopsy, guess what you see? W's.
Yeah,
just pouring out W's for the Senate, the House, and the presidential level.